Moses, Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit!
First down, Mayfield. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. On second down, Mayfield again. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it first and goal at the 6. Now Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Mayfield. He's got the hook up with Conley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Brown. Oh, look at that. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On second down, Roethlisberger spins away, trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On second down, it's Bell. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Ben on third and long. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half. And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting. Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 40 yards. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. But that's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
4 down, 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And now running right through it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Mayfield being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
This is Bell. The Steeler 1st down on a pickup of 11 yards.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight 1st down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Roethlisberger, he's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Following the interception, Mayfield looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So that'll back him up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Gone.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, this is Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Mayfield now on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Landry, the intended target, at its 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing. Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. He was looking for Landry that time. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
66. Snickers, you gotta spin. Black and
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Gun!
Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to go deep for Conley. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Conley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Roethlisberger now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. The 30, the 20, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Schaefer. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Snickers, 66.
Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And again, it's Chubb. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Check the hot read. Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And Callaway taking it in left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Myles Garrett coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it's the backup Rudolph. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
3-19. 3-19.
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They run it again with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Suckup for the extra point. Extra point put through by Suckup. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 22. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Chubb on the counter. Runs through the contact. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A run for Nick Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. He may try and run for this. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. This is Bell on the dump off. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
from the gun on third down. It's Rudolph. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A give to Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. And this one is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he finds McDonald. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Again, it's Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making them do it that way, didn't they?
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. They run. Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
The Browns on third down.
It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. Dancing to his left. Conley's got it over the middle. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Chubb. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to